We all have a story, we all have a tale. Well, there's a place I've come to know well, led by a man named Sty. He's full of stories, he is quite a guy. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well. We're all just people looking for a place to go. Well, Sty has made one, and it is quite a show. Come meet Sty, he's quite the guy. If you're feeling lonely, come and make a friend. If you need a story, on Sty you can depend. His voice is soothing like a lullaby. Sometimes he brings a tear to my eye. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well. We're all just people looking for a place to go. Well, Sty has made one, and it is quite a show. Come meet Sty, he's quite a guy. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well. We're all just people looking for a place to go. Well, Sty has made one, and it is quite a show. Come meet Sty, he's quite a guy.
Well, good evening, everybody. Yep, Sty Story Sunday. Yeah, every Sunday. Never want to miss a Sty Story Sunday. It's great to have all you folks in here tonight. I hope everybody's well. Hey, got to remind y'all, don't forget to share it on out. Share it out to all your friends. Get your friends on over here. Yeah, so we can all hang out together. Well, of course, I've got a few folks down in the basement. We're going to pull those folks up here and say hi to them. There's Crazy Ann.
Hello.
Hello, sweetie.
I'm undercover now.
Oh, yes, undercover. She's under the covers.
Oh. Hey.
Oh.
Starting already?
Yeah, already. And then we got Phil, of course. We got everything spicy. Here he is. Innocent Phil. Yeah.
Hey, Phil.
He's saying hi to Ann. Yeah.
Looking good there.
Yeah.
I look like a mess. That is why I'm hiding.
I got like a Ann snow globe up above me.
Yeah. And every once in a while it shakes. And we've got Get Her Done Granny.
Hey, Granny.
Go.
Hey, Granny.
Get her done.
Oh boy.
Oh
She
boy.
got her done, sounds like.
Yeah.
And what did you eat? Baked beans? What the heck?
Yeah, I've got to take a look. I got to shout out all the folks over here in the chat. I'm going to pull them up, shoot off a list of who's over here.
Mm-hmm.
chatting away. We got Aiden Ears over here. We got Crazy Ann. We got Everything Spicy and Get Her Done Granny. We got Hike with Mike. Great to see you, Mike. We got Kimberly Ferris, Metal Music, Maniac. Great to see you. Mr. Shannon Knight. Awesome. And Saucy Shane. That's great. Love seeing you, folks. Love seeing you. It's probably going to be a typical Sunday evening. People have figured it out that, oh, Prince of Darkness just popped in. Hello, hello. People pretty much so got it figured out that the Sty Story is usually a quarter after the hour. So, they come moseying on in, because they know they got 15 minutes to get in and get comfortable. And so we give them that. And hey, Chewy LTD, good to see ya. Oh, Prince of Darkness. Thank you. What a way to start out the evening. Right away with a super sticker. Look at there. Thank you. That's great of you. Thank you. The Sty Story tonight is going to be a little different. I hope you get some enjoyment out of it. It's been a while since I've seen Chewy too. Yeah. Yep. It's great to see him. Great to see Chewy popping in. Metal Music saying, yeah, I saved myself $20 today. The plastic storage of my mine rotted out. So I duct taped it. Hey, those plastic storage bins. Oh my gosh. When I finally, after my divorce, I sold all the junk we had in our storage unit. And, well, I didn't sell the bins. I just empty them and then sell the stuff in them. When I got done, I could not believe it. I had 48 of the standard size plastic totes.
Oh, shit.
And I had 14 of the big long ones with the wheels on them. And, oh, Phil, thank you. There's a nice reminder. Yeah,
Size memberships.
Yeah, you become a member, and yeah, Sty's going to be getting a little more special content up there for the members, and I'm trying to plan my first stream yet, so that's going to be coming up hopefully soon. But I got some video work I want to get done and get up there. So, yep, memberships can be pretty fun. Hey, Lori J, good to see you.
What's up, Lori J?
I've
appreciated the membership. I like the seeing some of the stuff that you haven't posted out to the general public. You like you said before. You haven't changed what you share with people, but you get to see some things that you wouldn't see otherwise. That might have hit the cutting room floor, or you might not have shared because it would freak people out, like sliding down the hill to your death. That was that one you probably didn't want to share to everyone. So
Yeah, I figured if I limited that one to my members only, that I knew how many members I had, so I could only get chewed out by that many people.
That's right.
If I showed it to my whole audience, oh my gosh, I'd have to do a whole stream and just sit here and get chewed out for a stream,
What's up, Food Fight Showdown?
Hey, Lizzie Ann. Hello.
What's up, Lizzie?
Food Fight. Great to see you.
Be ready today.
Great to see you. Chowser, hello.
Be ready today. I need your address so I can send you your stickers. I forgot to tell you yesterday. I got a letter and some stickers I want to send you. So,
yep.
You can email
them your address. If you want to put your email in there, that's up to you, Phil. Oh,
Darkness.
watch over you. Oh, I feel like I'm kind of watching over all the folks that follow me and hang out here. You know, it amazes me how many times a day that each and every person that pops up in my chats that you know, I've
It
gotten
is.
to know all of you so much that your names will just pop up in my head during the day. I'll think, oh wow, I wonder what's so and so is doing. I wonder, if so and so's got any new content. So yeah, I try to keep tabs on folks. Chowser says I'm watching Sty being indoors while I'm outdoors. You had to rub that in, didn't you? Had to rub that in. Oh, looky here. Samantha, hi.
Hey.
You're looking so fresh again tonight.
Oh, thanks. It's been a busy day.
Has it?
Yeah. I gotta be out by 6:40 though. So
6:40, so that's
I got about an hour or 2 hours. So I'll be okay.
about 2 hours. Yeah.
Hey, Kimberly.
You think you can hold out with us for 2 hours? You think you can handle that?
I don't know. Some days.
Some days, yeah. You never know. She might drop a one-liner on us, and
Oh
then
no.
then we go wild, and she says, "Oh, by the way, I got to fix supper," and we're going. Supper is about 2 hours early tonight. Why is she going fixing supper so early?
Hey, Lori.
What's up, Hikey?
Hey.
Hikey. Hikey.
Yeah. Oh, today was a beautiful day here. It was in the upper 70s for crying out loud, and just broken up clouds here and there. And now we're supposed to have thunderstorms all day tomorrow.
Ugh.
And then they're supposed to end tomorrow night, and then we're supposed to have 2 days above average temps in that low 80s and mostly sunny for 2 days in a row. And then Thursday is supposed to be mostly cloudy. But, oh, wow. Be ready.
There you go. Another member.
Awesome. It is great to have you on board. That is so cool. And Be Ready is a hiker. We'll be getting you on our little hiker member board that I pop up later in the stream. I'll be getting that up on there after the stream tonight. But hey, everybody out there, Be Ready is a hiker.
Well, that's great. I'm glad you pronounced. I thought he was a hicker. I thought everybody that joined that was a hick, and it just became a hicker. He's a hiker. I got you.
Hiker,
not a hick.
doggone rednecks. They think that way all the time. Oh my gosh, I gotta belong to them hickers. They're the hickers.
A hicker.
Now, Be Ready. That you have access to all the special emojis now, and you also can, through your membership, contact. I got something doing something awful strange here.
That's something new.
You know what? I got to learn to shut off the voice control on my GoPro 7 because it'll hear people say certain things. Like they'll say something started and the GoPro thinks you want to start recording and it'll
start recording.
Don't shut up. I haven't got it disabled. Don't tell my GoPro to do stuff.
Start recording.
Yeah. Shut
Don't
up.
Tell me not to.
Stop recording.
What's up, Elisa Kerwood? How you doing, girl?
Hey, Elisa. So be ready. Yeah, you can also now through your membership, you can go to my homepage and go to the community tab. You can see anything that's posted for members only, and you can get in there and view those videos that I posted and have fun. Oh, I thought that was Phil. That no big deal. Knowing that
It was earlier. We had the twins here, and oh my goodness. It seems sometimes with them fits, they get worse instead of better, you know? It's funny because, you know, our kids, when they were little, you know, people talk about, you know, your kids and how you raise them and everything else. Our kids, when they would see other kids throw a fit, they turn and look at us, and we give them that look like, yeah, don't you even think about
it.
And,
Yeah.
and they knew.
They knew. Yeah. My kids were the same way. They'd see kids just going wild. Like we go visit somebody and their kids are just going wild in the house and crazy and knocking crap over and stuff. My 4 would turn and they'd look at me and they'd go, they had that look on their face like, we can't do that, can we? Yeah, you're right, kid. You can't. No.
You are correct.
Yeah. You get to come over here and watch how kids shouldn't behave. And then when we go home, you just remember how they acted over there and what would have happened if that happened at our house. Yeah. And now I actually had parents tell me that that their kids would come, they'd do sleepovers at our house with our kids, and they go home and tell their parents, oh boy, you can't this over there, you can't that over there, you're not allowed this over there. You got to behave. You can't be screaming. You can't be terrorizing out. And then their parents would call us and say, how do you set those rules? How do you get our kids to behave and sit down? And I tell them, you just have to do it. You have to do it. Okay. Guys, we got the quarter of the hour. We got the quarter of the hour on us, and I got to run the Sty story. And what I'm going to do during the Sty stories, we're all going to go in the basement until the Sty story is over because the Sty story is pre-recorded. Tonight's Sty story is without a word. You are not going to hear Sty tell this story. This is a story that just speaks for itself. Okay? Samantha. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. And I'm going to throw everybody in the basement. We're all going to be muted. We're going to be quiet through the whole thing. And it's only 7 minutes long. So it's not a long period. And feel free over in the chat to make comments if you wish, you know. But the panel will all be quiet. We'll all be down in the basement. So without further ado, let's get the Sty story going, okay? Here we go, folks. I'm going to start throwing folks in the basement. And I shall see you folks right after the Sty story.
Over the hills and far from wide, she's waiting for love to be realized. I'll send her my heart covered as a gift, and hope that you'll take it into her side. La 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 la. Over the hills and far from her, she's waiting for love to be realized. I'll send her my heart covered as a gift, and hope that you'll take it into her side.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed. Little something for us all to remember, you know, as long as we share those memories, a person goes on in this world. She's now enjoying eternity, pain free. Yep. So that's the story. I'm going to bring my friends back up, get them all loaded back up here. There you are. There's everybody. And the yeah, I see it. Folks they're muted. Some of us are unmuted. There's
Great
another
job. Great job, Sty.
Beautiful.
Yeah, all I did was patch together a little bit of Carolyn's life for us to share, and I had thought of doing an actual Sty story about Carolyn, but I found that I had to script it, you know. I didn't want to. So yeah, so I figured that would be the best way to do it, is just, you know. And the thing is, when you watch it, you can kind of put the story together, you know, yourself. You don't need someone else to tell you. You get to see it. You get to see what a happy person. I mean, smiles. There's only a couple of pictures out of all of those where she doesn't have a smile on, and she doesn't have a smile for purpose. There's a reason why she's not smiling in that picture. And it's not because she's sad. It's not because she's mad. She's not feeling sorry for herself. It's like the one with her pup, and the pup's got that goofy look on her face, and she's trying to mimic the pup, trying to copy the pup. And she doesn't have a smile on her face because the pup looks like it's just shocked at something. She's got that shocked look. So when I went through the pictures that were available to me, I realized, oh man, it doesn't matter which ones I pick. That girl was always smiling.
Yeah.
But yet, so many of us can find time to complain about anything and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I never once heard Carolyn complain about anything. Never complained about anything. Now, there were times she was disappointed with certain things, but she never complained about it. She'd just say, oh, I got some bad news. It's disappointing. And the only thing she would ask for is, keep me in prayer. That's it. The gal can be remembered for a very long time if we continue to share her. Right now, everybody's nerves are still tender, you know, because it's been just a short while. You know, she just passed this last week. But with time, those feelings dull off a little bit, and then we can talk and share memories of her without it hurting, you know. And I tell you what, she would want us to celebrate life, not to mourn.
Oh, she would. She'd want us to be happy.
Yep.
She'd want us to go on with life as usual because where she got some of her biggest laughs and some of her biggest joys at the end of the day was, watching Sty's live streams or watching my live
Yours.
or watching
And
someone's live
Sam's.
stream. Yep. That's
She
what
was
she's telling me all the time. That's where, I don't want you talking about what's going on with me. I'm there. I want you guys to do what you do because it makes me, even for a little bit, not remember everything that's going on with her and made her happy.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's, when we chat through Messenger, I tell her, don't feel so obligated to always be there every stream, because there were times that I had chatted with her and she was really feeling ill. She was really struggling. And I think to myself, well, it's good to know, because then I know why she won't probably show up in this stream tonight. And what would happen? Boom, there she is. She's out in the chat, chatting with everybody. Like she's as healthy as can be. Not a single worry in the world. And she's saying hi to everybody and asking, how are they doing? Yeah. Her thoughts were never really on herself. They're always on the people that mattered, that mattered to her. And I think everybody on YouTube that ever met her on YouTube should consider themselves privileged to have known. Yeah, thank you, David. Yeah, it's, I see it as, I hate to say it because I know some people they just don't understand, but I miss Carolyn. I miss her to death. But I don't feel as much loss as I do gain from knowing her, If I hadn't gotten to know her well, I know the feelings would have been different. I might have felt loss even more because I didn't get to know her well enough, didn't get to hear enough from her. But I feel that in the year that I've known her, oh man, it was just like, it's like another lifetime, there's so much to gain from having known her that I stop myself and I say, no, knowing her can never be a loss. She's just not here in person, but she's here in spirit. She'll always be here with us. Yeah.
The only people that are sad are the people that are left behind, because right now she couldn't be happier. She's in a fantastic place. She was prepared for it. She's been prepared for it for years. She's there with her father and other people that, she has lost in her life. But, so don't feel bad for Carolyn. Carolyn's in a much better place than we are. If you're sad because you miss her, you're sad. You feel bad for her parents. You feel bad for her family. But and she, would she love to have spent more time with her family here? Sure. But that would have been her thinking about her family and not herself. And now that she's pain free, she's ear to ear smile. She has no worries, no nothing. It's all better. It's like the ultimate pill. When she died, went to heaven, she got the ultimate pill that makes everything better.
Yep. Well, and that's the thing with just Carolyn's outlook on everything was she told me in a message that she was willing to suffer whatever new treatment they wanted to throw at her if it gave her a few more days with the people she knew and loved.
Yep.
So, how long did she last for others and not for herself? I mean, so I can't help but think to myself, would it have hurt more if it was months ago? Probably not. It would have hurt just as much. It would have been the same. But maybe she wouldn't have had to have hurt so long, you know. Yeah, we're selfish. We'd rather have her here, you
Right.
know. But like Phil said, right now she's going, oh man, it was worth the wait, you know. It was worth the wait because she never has to deal with that ever again. Yeah, warrior, fighter, conqueror. Yeah, yeah. One tough gal.
I mean,
One tough gal.
how many people was diagnosed with stage 4 anything cancer, much less ovarian cancer, survives 10 plus years? That's a warrior. That's a fighter.
The reason this is hard for me is because my eldest sister had the exact same conditions as Carolyn, and she lasted 9 years.
Wow.
She fought it for 9 years, and she had MS on top of it. So,
Wow.
and her last year, she said, was the best year of it, of the struggle, because she had come to the point where I'm just going to keep fighting, and then someday I won't win the fight, or the fight will be over. And it was hard. It was hard to hear someone like Carolyn that was so close to my sister's outlook on it, and my sister just, she wanted to do anything and everything for her friends and family right to the end, you know. And then I thought, well, I'll never see something like that ever again in my lifetime. Well, now my sister passed away 8 years ago, and then boom, I meet Carolyn. So that brought it right in the forefront that, okay, I thought my sister was unusual, and Carolyn proved me wrong, proved me way wrong, because Carolyn was even more positive than my sister was. And that's why every day when I'd see Carolyn pop up in a chat somewhere, I'd say, boy, oh boy, oh boy, how can she do it? How can she do it? Yeah. Yeah. Anybody that really knew her got to be proud of her. I mean, gosh almighty. Gosh almighty. So many of us, I believe so many of us would have given up way before she ever got to the point she did. I mean, yeah, I can't imagine. There you go, Alicia. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Lori J. Yeah, she passed away from cancer. She had ovarian cancer. Fought for 11 years, well, a little 10 plus years, almost a full 11. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. Cancer. Oh my gosh. You know, we all talk about the COVID thing, and we're up to over 100,000, 107,000 is it now, I think, in our nation that have passed away from COVID. And it's not a heartless thing to say. They passed quickly. They passed unexpectedly and quickly. It's a tragedy. But my gosh, this woman spent 10 plus years battling an illness. Can you just imagine that? So, kind of a non-conventional Sty story, but I'm glad I did it because, and it was, I think it was Metal Music that mentioned it. That, yep, now it's archived in the Sty Stories. So, and I've already talked to my boys, and yeah, I want my channel. I want to make darn sure that they kind of babysit my channel when I'm gone, because I want my channel to go on for multiple generations if possible. And so she'll be in there. She'll be in my channel. You know, she's in the Sty Story list. So Running Water said he wants a transcript, you know, right off of all those Sty stories, put it in written form. I don't know how he's going to write that one. It's a story without words. Yeah. That'll be the pictures in the book, I guess. Yeah. Sty Stories, and you get the Sty Story episode 60, and it, without a word, and half a dozen pages of pictures. Yeah. Yeah, she's an inspiration, and that's it. As long as we remember her, we'll feel inspired by her. Yep. Oh, that puppy with them big yawns going to put this old boy right to sleep. That damn puppy is too cuddly. I mean, too cuddly looking. Everybody wants to grab it and hold it, you know. It's one of them chubby puppies that you just want to.
I had a dream last night that Anne and the dog were at my house.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, what is going on here?
You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
Anne showed up with the puppy.
Yeah.
Loopy wants me to come over to the UK, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Meet the puppy.
So did everybody have a fairly good weekend? I hope so.
Yeah, we got some things taken care of around here. So I broke down. So I realized that, you know, all my peppers that I've been trying to regrow and redo and whatnot down here in my basement was not going to work out. I think I saved 7 plants out of everything that I try to. I'm going to go down there and water some more, put the plastic bag, and give them a little bit more time on some of the ones that haven't sprouted anything. But I transplanted 7 plants outside today, and then I cheated. I went by the local nursery, and I picked up 5 ghost pepper plants and 1 Trinidad scorpion.
Serious?
Yeah, they're about yay big, you know, probably good 8-9 inches tall. So I put those in big pots and put those out where my ones were last year. So I'm trying to nurse the other ones. I put them in bigger pots and put them up on the porch where they can get mix of sun and stuff. But I put the other ones that are already growing out in the sun so they can just start taking off. So
sure, cool.
So I guess it's not really cheating. You know, they're $3 a plant. So you know, I could probably buy my peppers every year already this far along, and it'd be cheaper than doing what I do, paying the extra $100 a month on electric bill, trying to grow the dang things down here myself.
Do you think though that you could buy nursery started reaper plants?
I think last year they had reaper plants, but I didn't see any. So then when I went back,
you might want to talk to them and see if it's the kind of thing where they grow them to order.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because I do know a couple nurseries that they'll grow specialty plants, but they do it to an order. That they'll grow like 15% more than what it's been ordered, because they don't generally sell a lot. Gotcha. So they might have sold them all out. Yeah, be ready. Planted it's got a raised trough garden. That's cool. That's cool. Um, been trying to nurse out cucumbers back. Their cucumbers back to life from the transplant. Yeah, yeah. Garden shock. I mean, when you move plants from that nice indoor environment and you put them in the garden, they'll get garden shock. Sometimes they just can't handle it. They can't handle getting out there in the real world. They're kind of like us people. I spend too many weeks out in the woods and then I come back to town and I wilt all up too. Yeah, it takes me a while to get my roots back in place. Hi, Bryce. Good to see ya. Squash are doing well. That's good. Yeah, my youngest told me, he says, you got to come over next weekend, Dad. We're going to build a nice big fire pit. We'll barbecue, and we're going to cut up all the last of those trees in Running Water's yard and split all that wood and blah, 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 blah. And I go, you two are going to cut up them trees and split all that wood? And he goes, well, we'll do the heavy lifting and split the wood. And I go, oh. So, and who's cutting up the wood? Well, we thought for sure you would, So, yeah, they're trying to bribe me with a barbecue to cut up all them trees over at his house. But, oh, well. I'll snatch some of that firewood for out at camp.
They should bribe you with a barbecue and a massage and an Asian massage with a happy ending.
Yeah, my luck would be a
sumo Asian massage.
Yeah, a 55-year-old sumo wrestler.
You'll still want happy ending.
Me walk on back now. You keep your fucking walk off my back.
So I didn't hear that. He goes, you'll still want happy ending?
Happy ending? Oh,
no, thank you.
Yeah, after I screamed for 15 minutes, he goes, yeah, me have happy ending. Yeah. He didn't say that it was you that was going to have the happy ending. Just that, yeah, you're going to get the massage with a happy ending. Yeah, with rough hands. Yeah.
First massage I give with no lotion. I'm sorry. Couldn't help myself.
I know. It's a shame. That disappeared.
No picture now.
The just look at quick at the chat. She's metal music. I see.
You didn't see that.
Going. They think you're Paul Bunyan. Well, both my boys know that, hey, if we're working with wood, if we're working with timber, I'd rather be the man on the saw. Yeah, just put the saw in my hands, let me saw. It's all that bending over, picking up that damn firewood I don't want to
do. What is it, 9 o'clock almost?
Yeah, 10 to 9, your time. Oh, he's got there you go. He's got the Carolyn cutting board out. Outfitting. Now she'd probably be in the chat saying, no, Phil, don't do it.
So this is number 4.
Did you prepare? She's going to ask. Number 4?
Number 4.
Big Black Mama.
Has the potential to be the hottest pepper in the bag.
Yeah. Yeah. Heck. even on a Sty Story Sunday on my stream, I got to make this boy big.
Notice how he
I
holds
know there's
That's
bushcrafters. I know there's bushcrafters out there saying, "Damn." And that's all he uses that knife for, is to cut them nasty peppers. Look at the guts on that one. Yikes. Look at all the seed in it, too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
There's a lot of placenta there.
Uh-huh.
a lot of everything there.
They're oily too.
Oily. Time
Looks
for
like
a
a
pepper
walnut.
sandwich. Pop that pepper sandwich. There you go. Yeah, he's got to get out some of that toilet paper. Now, if Ann was still up here, she'd be saying, you know what she'd be saying? Well, you can wipe your penis
Saying what?
too.
Sorry, yeah, that dog that was biting on something. What?
Bill just ate a pepper and he took some toilet paper and wiped his knife off. And I said, if Ann was still sitting there, she would have said, well, you can wipe your penis with that too.
Yeah, of course.
And fortunately, I'm not touching a coffee cup.
Oh, he's a fuck. Hmm.
For anybody that wasn't on Phil's stream last night, Ann made that comment. Just, it was so unexpected and off the cuff. Well, you could wipe your penis with that too. Just as I'm putting a big cup of coffee in the microwave, she said that, and I hit the edge of the microwave, dumped the whole damn cup into the microwave, and then it comes pouring out the front of it. I used a half a roll of paper towels trying to save my carpet so it wouldn't pour down on my carpet. And I did not expect her to say that, so it really caught me off. There you go. Bill's a barking.
Hey, JCT.
You know
That's
what's
like-
weird about this pepper? And this is what I remember too, because I had one last year. Is it starts hotter. It'll still build, but unlike the other ones, which seem like they take a while, this one starts off pretty hot.
There you go. You're going to have to plant your poop next week and grow some of those. Because I'm sure that there'll be some seeds in there.
If that was the case, my septic tank would be just popping.
Peppers all over the place out in the drainage field, right?
Damn.
Yep. Hiccups. That's great.
Ooh.
Right.
Oh, am I on Facebook? Yes. Yes. You can.
Sty Shack.
The Sty Shack. Yeah.
You want to put the link in the chat?
Sure. You can put the link to the Sty Shack in there. If anybody wants to just the Sty Shack, anybody that comes on over there, it's outdoor based, but it's variety. And my followers over there, as long as their posts are appropriate, I allow posts of their YouTube activities. So if they're doing a stream or they put up a new video, they can post it in the Sty Shack to get some extra exposure. I don't want random posts over there to speak of too much. If it's outdoor related, yeah. I don't want politics or anything like that posted over there, because I go in, and if it's something nasty, if it's politics, it's something that's just not user friendly, I delete them. So, and I've deleted a few, but it's the Sty Shack on Facebook is easy to manage because folks are so good over there. It's got 120 some followers in there right now, and room for a lot more. Hey, Tim, Kirk Whipper,
What's up, Tim?
Hey, yeah, you
If
managed to
I
say
know-
that, Phil.
Some peppers are hot, and some just hurt.
Yeah, just look at that guy.
Let's see, this is all on my tongue, left to right. I'm drooling a lot. About that one I was talking about, the inside of my lip and my gums. Not this. This is all tongue, back of the tongue. Not much throat burn, but the tongue is like on fire. It hurts.
Your eyes are pretty red.
Yeah.
Yeah, the eyes are really showing it.
Yeah, Big Black Mama, the one I had last year, lit me up, and I was at work when I did that one, and it caught me completely off guard. And then I found out later that they're pretty high in capsaicin.
Man, oh man, yeah, I couldn't do it.
Cannot see that. Put the link in the chat there. Hang on, Laurie, I can send.
Oh,
I can't see the chat.
Now I tag you in it.
JCT is back from the lake. Sunset. Oh, that lake. Oh, JCT's got that lake right out front there. Oh, Lordy.
what's up, Hard Life?
It's good to see you, Hard Life.
Ooh.
Hey there.
Jeep.
Yeah, it's light outside there now. It's soon sunrise.
Yeah, there you go. I was talking about, I think of my followers, the people that hang out over here, that everybody's names come up in my mind so often. And we were talking the other night about Jeep Hard Life, and Phil mentioned, I was thinking of Jeep off of Popeye, and I'm like, yep. And we talked about that a little bit. Well, this is no kidding. During the day yesterday, I was thinking of Jeep Hard Life again, and I go, damn it, his name's Eugene. So I screwed up tonight. Jeep Hard Life, I'm going to start calling you Eugene. It was Eugene the Jeep in the Popeye cartoons. Yep, Eugene the Jeep. Just hit a button and went back 30 minutes. Time machine, huh? Yeah, everybody seems to be doing quite well there, Hard Life. Hope you are too.
It's funny. Be Ready talks about going back 30 minutes. I went on someone's live stream 9 months ago, and I forget what kind of channel they call it. It's like a gardening channel, but it's not a gardening channel. It's like anyways, I'm sitting there and I'm saying hi in the chat, and the people in the chat are saying hi back to me, but not the people on the panel. I'm thinking, well, what's wrong, So I specifically said something to them, and they're saying hi to other people. And I'm thinking, well, what the hell is going on? I said something again, and still not getting any people in the chat. And then finally I see the people on the panel, their name pop up in the chat and saying my name. And I'm like, and I realized I was like 15 minutes back from what was actually live on the stream. And we played this game for like 5, 6, 7 minutes. I had no clue. They had no clue. I'm figuring, what the hell is going on? And oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, good night, Alyssa. Yeah.
Hey Blake, how you doing, man?
Big hugs. I gotta get over. I gotta catch up on a couple of Computer Chicks videos. You're more than welcome, Elisa. I tell you what, love having you here. Just love having you here. Yep. I've done that too, Phil, where I'm in the chat, yakety yak yak yak, and I'm wondering, why are they talking about such and such a thing? That was up in the chat way back there. Going back and realize it, and then I hit the refresh, and then all of a sudden everything matched up, and they're like, "Oh Jesus!"
Yep.
People are ignoring me kind of in the chat because it's like, yeah, that old part is slow, ain't he? Yeah. He just finally got the punchline
right?
half hour later.
Well, some of the worst stuff can be is if you get some lagging and stuff going on and you're watching and only being like 30 seconds behind.
Okay,
And the
Lori.
chat doesn't line up with what they're saying. And it's like, why are they chatting about this? And, you know.
Well, it's just as bad as sitting here watching somebody stream and you type something in the chat and the people on the panel are going, "Hey, hi, Sty," and I'm sitting there going, "Hey, hi, you guys," and then typing a little more in the chat, and I'd start talking to somebody on the panel, and fuckers are ignoring me, and I thought, "What the shit?" And then I go, "Oh, I'm not even up there, am I? I'm not on the panel. What the hell? I'm talking to these damn people. Nobody's talking back." That's embarrassing as hell. You're sitting there waving at it and talking at it, and you're not even on there.
I can't tell you how many times during your streams I go to click on someone's name to put their comment up on the screen.
Oh yeah, trying to show their comment. I gotta buy a new cordless mouse. My mouse I mean, yeah, I think I wore its tail off or something, but I can click on something 4 or 5 times before it'll finally realize, oh yeah, he's clicking on this. You know. So I gotta get a new cordless.
You're saying your clicker is all clicked out?
My clicker, yeah. Clicker.
Your clicker's all clicked out.
Like a hicker, it's a clicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're only good for so many clicks, so you shouldn't be clicking it when you're not actually trying to click something.
No, it's only when I want to click
You
something.
can just sit there and play with your clicker. You should only click on your clicker.
I can't complain. This mouse is like 4 years old, and this sucker's had thousands and thousands of clicks. And you know what? I've only changed the batteries in it twice in 4 years.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, is that good on batteries? But now it's just getting like me, old and slow. You click and you're going, did it work or not? Come on. No, it didn't click. There it goes. Hate it. Hey, Barrel Boy, good to see you. It's been a while.
What's up,
Good
computer?
night, be ready.
Good night.
Good night, be ready.
Good night, be ready.
Baby monkey.
The waving monkey. See, he's trying to do the waving monkey over here too. Yeah, I don't have a waving monkey over here.
The closest is this one.
I'm gonna have to kind of fix. I'm in a. Well, actually, I can change that, and the closest thing to a waving monkey, yeah. That's the closest thing I got to a waving monkey. Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
So I saw that picture today, Sty, of the bear that you have there at the picnic table.
Of course, I love to hug you.
This guy right here.
Yeah.
I want to kiss you all over.
Now, see, without that caption on there, that might have been a great thumbnail for your picnic thing for your.
Yeah, I was going to use him actually for the picnic, for the thumbnail, and I do have the picture without the captions.
Oh, okay.
But it was one of those deals where, okay, I'm going to use it for my picnic video. All fine and dandy. But I make the other thumbnail and yeah, Faith, I saw the personal message. Yeah, thank you. I think the same way. Yeah. But But after I get it all done in Filmora and I download it, I've had it all exported and saved in a file, ready to, and I started uploading it onto YouTube, and I'm going, why didn't I use the bear at the picnic table?
Joey!
Hey,
What's up,
Joey!
Hey, Joey.
Hey, Joe.
Joey!
Hey, look, Joe's here.
I think Joe's here.
Chat.
There's Beasley Ironworks saying,
We
still
all,
here.
we all
Clean
feel special. We all got our own
up day with
green
my daughter. Man, she can destroy a house fast. Isn't that fun with the little ones?
It always looks
They're
like a
just little
tornado happened.
tornadoes running
Yeah.
around.
My child does the same thing.
There were times with my kids when they're growing up where I look around the house and go, oh my gosh. And then I always try to make kind of like a game out of us picking everything out, all their crap up that they just leave everywhere, you know. And there were times that it didn't matter. I did, because when I'd see it, I'd look and I'd go, yeah, they're kids. Geez, I was the same way, you know. But there were other times where, yeah, you step on a Lego or two, and then all of a sudden your kids are devils, and they're just tornadoes, nasty little storms running around the house. Yeah, they should all be put in dog houses. Yeah.
I had mine in the duck tractor today. She wanted to get in there and sit down with the ducks. What am I to do?
Yep, go ahead. Here, I'll lock the gate behind you. Oh, a little video of her and you installing the front door this morning. It was awesome. That's neat. Videos like that are important. They're important. It just makes me sick because I lost all my hundreds and hundreds of photographs of my children when they were growing up and things, and they can't be replaced. None of them were scanned and saved digitally. And I had a computer that had a lot of family photos that I had transferred, had scanned, and that computer, unfortunately, someone threw it out in the dump. That was the one and only time I was so close to insisting on what dump you throw it in. I was going to go out there and dig through that dump, try to find it, just to get the hard drive out of it, because it had probably about 1,500, 2,000 family photos saved on that machine. Yeah. That's why I don't let family touch my stuff anymore. Just don't touch my stuff. You can come visit. The only thing you can touch is the couch with your ass. Just sit on the couch, visit, and then get up and get out. Touch the doorknob on the way out.
Put the handcuffs on.
What's that?
As soon as they walk in the door, put the handcuffs on.
There you go. That's a good idea. Or a straight jacket. On some
Yeah, straight jackets.
Some of them need straight jackets. Yeah. That was one hot pepper, eh?
That one was hot. Yep.
See the peppers you've been eating out of that box. Not a single one of them have caught my interest.
No?
No.
You want me to send you one?
I know exactly what a Reaper's going to do to me. I don't want to experiment with peppers on the two sides of a Reaper. You know?
I keep.
When you ate those 6 that night out of that box, I was just like, no.
Yeah, I wonder what stopping at 5 would have done. I don't know. That's what my body wanted me to stop, but I already had the 6th one cut up.
Yeah, that's it. Once you put the knife to it, you better eat it. You hate to run the dehydrator for just 2 little halves. You know?
Right. Well, tomorrow night's going to be interesting now because they just changed our work schedule. We were working 9 to 5. Now we're working 9 to 6. We went back to, So I get home about 6:45, 7 o'clock, and then in 1 hour we're going live.
You're going live at 8, right?
Yeah, I'm going live an
8
hour
Eastern
earlier
time.
than normal, just in case anybody, you know, in the UK or any. Not that an hour really makes a big difference, but I
Yeah.
thought maybe it'd make a bigger difference for
Little bit
me as far as, you know, maybe the cramps stop an hour earlier than they would if I started at 9.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, as you know, it does help to have it an hour earlier, you know, because you just don't know how that's going to go, you know. Yeah. Hey, everybody out there, make sure you go over to Phil's channel, and he's got tomorrow night's stream posted on his channel. Click the reminder. Make sure that you get over there tomorrow night and watch Phil. He's going to attempt eating 39 White Lightning chocolate bars, them hot little buggers. Yeah, here, Phil, let me enlarge that. Right there, folks. And each one of those he eats provides 50 meals donated, 50 meals donated per bar. And it's through Feeding America, awesome organization. The End Hunger Challenge. And I'll tell you what, you folks definitely need to get over and watch them. It's stupid spicy.
hey, that was a rude comment. Stupid spicy. No,
Yeah,
stupid spicy. This is.
See, they knew you were going to do this, so they put that on there.
They told me stupid spicy. 39 is stupid.
Spicy. That's going to be hilarious. That's going to, well, for us. But
so here's what I plan on doing after I eat these the following morning. I plan on starting to sell some brown lightning. So if you want some brown lightning after I eat the white lightning, it's half price.
So do you got little square molds to put that in? Yeah.
I think we're just going to slice it nice and thin.
You could just slice it.
Yeah.
There you go.
It won't be square, though. I think I got a feeling they're going to be a little more round.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boys, men, everybody
Be brown lightning cookies.
always want to talk about the poop.
Poop. Because it's funny.
I gotta go. I might be back though. I'll let you know in the chat.
Okay, sweetie. Yeah,
See
if you
you
come
guys.
back, you know how. Just jump up here. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Love
y'all.
Love you, girl. Thank you. Yeah, good moist brownies, eh? Yeah.
Mhm. They might even be a little nutty, too.
Are you heading out, Lori? Good night.
Good night, Lori.
Good night, Lori.
Good night.
Have a good night, Sam. If we don't see you back, girl.
Yeah, Beasley, that's great. It, boy, girl, doesn't matter. Teach them how to use those tools. You betcha. You betcha. My oldest daughter, she married this. Didn't marry him. I take that back. They never did get married, but they lived together for many years. This farmer, right? Well, he called himself a farmer. I said, "You're not a farmer. You're a tit puller. That's all you are. As a tit puller, you're not a farmer." All he did was milk cows. I mean, he didn't know squat about really working on the farm, but he could milk cows. So that's what he did. But you would think anybody that works on a farm could swing a hammer at least. I mean, this boy could not even swing a hammer. He needed to replace a light switch and a couple of outlets in his house. And his ceiling fan had shorted out and quit working. So he bought a new ceiling fan. And that new ceiling fan, the new outlets, and the new switch are sitting there on this table. I go there to visit, And I go, oh, wow, he's going to put in some new stuff, eh? And my daughter says, no. She said, he ain't going to put that in. He don't know how. He can't figure it out. He says, he ain't touching that stuff. He ain't. I said, how long's that been sitting there? She said, just long enough. And while I'm sitting there having coffee, here she comes in with the step ladder. And right, she replaced the switch. She replaced the 2 outlets, went up, dropped that ceiling fan, and she's installing the ceiling fan while I'm sitting back drinking a cup of coffee. And she gets done, tests the ceiling fan. It works like $1 million. And she goes, you didn't even help me, Dad. I said, no, I taught you. So I didn't have to help you. She was definitely the pants in the house. I mean, yeah, she was the man of the house. And that's because even my girls, here, put that tool in your hand. I'll show you how to use it. Doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt. You know, you figure if a gal's single, she's living alone, she don't have to go out and try to find a boyfriend that can fix something around the house. She can do it herself.
Blake. Don't let those old ladies give you a job to do, Blake. It's always more, lot longer.
Definitely don't let them old ladies.
Flowers for a church granny. I thought it would only take a few minutes. Little old ladies had hours of work for me. Oh, yeah. 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 Them little old church grannies, they're like stray dogs. Don't feed them. You can never get rid of them. Yep. Once you feed them, you can't get rid of them. And to feed a church lady, all you got to do is carry your groceries to her house once, and you're done. You're done until her funeral. You're taking out her trash, putting new shingles on the roof, repairing the screen door.
Yep, Sty knows.
Jesus. And then they bat their eyes at you like, ain't I a honey? Oh, you old.
I bet you were thinking before electricity.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the old church lady. Hey, while you're at it, can you rub my poor old bunions?
My bunions.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. Holy God, because they got all of our regular campgrounds closed and there's no public outhouses or anything open anywhere, I thought, I'm going to buy myself a porta potty, right? Now, I bought one back in 1982, I think it was, 84. I bought it in 84. Really nice porta potty. One of those with the tank underneath. You take it apart and you can haul the tank over and dump it in a septic tank. Really nice. And I think I paid $40 for it. No?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. The cheapest I could find in its junk is $94 on Amazon.
Holy mackerel.
Some of them are over $300.
Ooh.
Just for a little portable porta potty. I thought, Jesus Christ.
Get your 5 gallons. I could go to Walmart and get that toilet that goes on top of the bucket.
Yeah, why do you think people shit over by that chimney?
I was looking. I thought, there we go. I had one. I had one of those in the past, but I gave it to a friend, and one of those that you just put on a 5-gallon bucket, with the lid, and it's got the rim. And I looked them up on Amazon. The cheapest one I could find was $18.99. Holy Christ, $20 just for a plastic rim around a 5-gallon bucket. And then I thought, I'll tell you what, I'll just buy the damn bags and the hell with the rim. I ain't going to fall in that bucket. I'm big enough. I ain't going to fall in that bucket. 15 bags, $34. I tell you what, I know they're taking advantage of the fact that you got to go. That's the only reason for them to be priced that way, is because they know you got to go.
When you got to go, you got to go. You pay anything.
That's it. You're gonna pay for it, bud. You're gonna pay for it. And that's like this toilet paper crisis we had. It reminded me of this fella that all he hauled, he drove over the road truck. All he hauled for for Kotex, the corporation, the company. He hauled for Kotex one way, and then he hauled toilet paper back. And he says, those are the only two things I'll haul. And I said, does it pay good money? He says, good enough. And he says, and it's guaranteed work. Why is she hiding behind her mug?
You're not reading the chat. That's why she's hiding behind her coffee.
Oh, crappy ways, Mike. I don't nibble on feet. There are better things to. Yeah, she should be hiding behind that mug. Look at her hiding behind that mug. Yeah. We're gonna have to nickname her the Nibbler.
Oh no! That'll stick.
That'll stick. Hey, Nibbler, how's it going?
Oh no! Jeez.
I was gonna say she made that sound dirty. Well, even if she didn't mean it that way amongst this group, yeah.
That's why she meant
will make it dirty. Yeah.
I meant it that way. What can I say? Feet are freaking nasty.
Yeah, what the fuck? Who the hell wants to suck on toes, right?
Ew.
What kind of shit is that? But my feet are pretty clean because I keep sticking them in my mouth all the time. Seems like it never fails. I'll open my mouth and there's one of my feet stuck in it. Yeah. Been cutting the handicap potties for scrap. Oh yeah, shit. Oh yeah. You know, I never thought of that. Damn it. I'm going to have to go down to Chicago Iron. That's the outfit we got down here. And they take all the scrap in there. And a lot of times these people, they'll just clean out like a house or an apartment, you know, and they haul all the scrap there and they'll haul it in as dirty scrap. It's still got plastic and shit on it and that. But they just want to get rid of it. I never thought of that. I go down to Chicago Iron and they may have like one of them old, you know, folding commode deals that you got for at home, you know, put in the bedroom for grandpa when he can't make it across the house to the crapper. Yep. Just go in there, grandpa. Go in there. Hey, Scott, go back. Chuck saying, plain old Chuck, sitting by the campfire with a rum and Coke. Hey, Tim, real life. Yeah.
Sure, Tim.
Chuck is always torturing me with that. Yeah, I'm out at camp. I'm out at the campfire. I'm cooking this. I'm cooking that. Oh, geez, he's torturing me all the time. Hey, I see it. Sneaky. Hey.
Take a teacher.
Pollock is here.
Eric's here. Yep.
How did I know?
Hey, Eric. Yep. Just stop to show some love. Be back later. You better drink that tincture quick. He's leaving.
Gotta go good with this pepper.
There you go. This one's for you, Eric. Obviously, Scott, get wet. Done. Granny has get wet. Done. Granny has changed her name to Nibbles. Sorry, Granny. Now they're assuming you changed your name to Nibbles. There, I told you, Sty sticks his foot in his mouth. Now look what I got started, Nibbles. milk crate, and a pool noodle. We got a portable shitter. Yeah. I don't know that. I tell you what, that's the square buckets. Yeah. I did a Sty story back before I did live streams called Ugly the Cat. And when we were out west, we were living for a while in these two 16-foot mash tents. They're the 6-sided hexagon tents, and they stitch together. You could put 20 of the suckers together. But we had 2 of them. And the front one was our kitchen area. We had a picnic table in there, and that was just kind of like the living room kitchen area. The back tent was split in half with a tarp. The wife and I on one side, the kids on the other. Well, towards the doorway, we had a square 4-gallon bucket, and that was the pee bucket for overnight. If you gotta go, you go in that bucket, right?
Wakes everybody up.
Oh yeah, you can hear it. You know. Yeah. Well, yeah. When you live that way, after a while, you don't notice it anymore. But okay, early one morning, sun was just starting to come up. I woke up, and the wife woke up, and we're chatting a little bit. And the kids, we're not hearing them; they're still sleeping. We thought, yeah, okay. So we're just laying there in bed, just talking, you know. And our beds were low to the floor, right down, almost on the floor of the tent. Well, down at the way down across the tent, there's that bucket, right? We see that square bucket there, the piss bucket. Well, all night you could hear them kids using that bucket, filling that old bucket up, right? I look at that bucket, and sitting on top of it we had 4 kittens living with us in there with their mama. And one of those kittens is sitting on top of that square bucket. Well, it doesn't happen. We found out it doesn't happen with a round lid bucket, but with a square lid bucket, if the lid's not partially snapped on, that lid is wobbly. And we're just laying there talking, and I'm watching that cat, and all of a sudden I seen that lid flip, and the cat disappeared. It was just like a magic trick. The cat disappeared. And I burst out laughing, and my wife goes, "What are you laughing at?" I said, "Look at the bucket, the pee bucket." And she looks down there, and just as she looked, that lid comes flying off, and this cat comes out of there. He's got his claws on the rim of that bucket, and he come out of there, and he's soaking wet. There's nothing but pee in that bucket. Nothing but pee. And he's soaking wet, and he's got this big patch of ass wipe between his ears. I burst out laughing, and all of a sudden that cat, he flies out of the bucket. I mean, he didn't jump. That little bastard flew out of that bucket, and he comes running towards us like, "Help!" And I'm kicking and yelling, "Get out of here, you damn cat!" And it runs around that tarp down the center. And all of a sudden you hear all them kids in there. "What's that? What's that? Holy, oh my God. Oh, the cat got in the business." All 4 of the kids are freaking out because this pissy cat's jumping all over them. God, I never laughed so damn hard in my life. So I named it, and we hadn't named the kittens yet. I named that one Ugly because, God, he was ugly when he popped out of that with that toilet paper down the center of his head. And the look on that cat's face, like, holy shit. So, can you imagine? For a human,
Not until you told the story. Nope.
For a human, that'd be like falling in a swimming pool that is pure piss. I mean, oh, I felt so damn sorry for that cat. After it got, the worst part was I had to pick that cat up by the scuff of his neck. I went down. There's a creek just below our camp. I went down there. I went upstream away. I pitched that cat out in the creek, and then I ran down the creek and waited for him. And by the time he got down to me, he was all washed up, and I picked him out of the creek. Sounds kind of mean, but how else is supposed to wash a pissy cat? I mean, throw him in the creek.
You can't stick it in the water. It'd be like a chainsaw coming after you.
I figured, how are you going to dip that sucker without getting all ripped to shreds? That cat goes, yeah. And I'm sure in his mind was, it's wet, it's piss, it's, don't throw me in there. No. Yeah. He was my one and only cat that I really liked. That poor cat. I thought after he went through that, and he was weird after that. He'd walk way around that bucket. He wouldn't come within 3 feet of it. He'd walk around and stare at that bucket like it's going to grab me and hit me, Yeah. Poor dumb kitty.
Mm-hmm.
Get her done, Nibbles. Large Gatorade bottle. So when I in the hammock, that's what I use is Gatorade bottles. They're awesome. You screw that bugger shut, and if you're winter camping, you can pee in that, and then you screw that cap on tight and shove it down the bottom of your sleeping bag. Keep your feet warm. And then by the time that pee's cold again, you got to go again. You can just pull it back up to the top of the sleeping bag, use it, shove it back down there. Your feet's warm again. Yeah. Where's this going, for Christ's sake?
Right.
And Ann didn't even start it this time.
Nope.
It all started with Granny changing her name to Nibbles. I mean,
I'm behaving.
Nibbles.
Yeah, I'm behaving.
No, it started with Mike.
You're dirty.
I actually like that. I think that's a cute nickname, Nibbles.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's going down the pisser. Yeah, and the only reason I was looking for a camp toilet is so I don't have to hike way off in the woods and create a latrine every time I go out. I mean, if you got to go with me, my whole life I was regular, I tell you what. I knew what time of the morning I'm hitting the can.
Mm-hmm.
Do my duty once a day. Same time every morning. Do my duty. I've done my duty. Well, then I had my gallbladder removed. Now it's, hey, when duty calls. And that can be any time of the day or night. Well, if I got to have that kind of facility and I got to use a latrine out in the woods 100 yards away from my camp, that's a long walk out there to go take a dump in the middle of the night when you got the bears and shit out there too. I mean, so I thought, yeah, I got to get myself a camp crapper so I don't have to go wandering in the woods in the middle of the night. Not for $300. I crap in a goddamn ammo can again before I do that. Groover. I stopped at the pawn shop this afternoon, early this afternoon, and I went in there and I told them, I said, I need an ammo box. I said, 30 cal double stack box would be fine. A 50 cal box is better yet. He goes, I got one 30 cal box. I said, hey, let me see it. And it's behind his counter, and he picks it up, puts it on the counter. He says, there you go. I go, whoa. And I'm reaching in my pocket. I'm going, I think I'll take it. I said, how much you want for it? He goes, $115.
What?
I go, Jesus Christ, $115 for an ammo box. I used to go to the Army surplus and buy them for $15 a piece. I guess I haven't been to Army surplus enough lately. There's a big demand for ammo boxes.
Man, you know the shit we threw out.
They make great shitters, except that you look like you got a double ass after you use one as a shitter, and that's why they call them groovers, because you put the bag in it over the sides, and then you sit on it and you do your duty. And when you get up, if anybody sees your backside, you got 3 cracks in your ass. Because you got those 2 grooves caused by that ammo box from sitting on that ammo box. So they call them groovers.
When it comes to an ammo box, you really shouldn't be sitting on. You're talking about an ammo can, right? The metal can?
Ammo can. Yeah, an ammo can.
That's just to catch the duty. That's not to
Right,
sit on and be comfortable. It's just to catch the duty. It's not to sit on and be comfortable.
Right. It's supposed to just hold your shit.
Yeah, you're not supposed to sit on it.
Yes, you are.
No, you're not.
If you're standing there balancing and and you're tired and then you lose your balance and you fall over and you knock the ammo can and everybody else's turds roll out on you. And no, just sit on the damn thing. We would go out, you'd take a small shovel and you'd make a nice flat area and about an inch deep and you set that ammo can in there so it doesn't move. And then you just go sit on the groover. That's all right unless you got a real one of them logs, because that'll raise you right up off the groover. Because they're not that damn deep, They're only about 10 inches deep. So, yeah. So I whittled this knife out of oak. It was just a wooden knife
to check up the little big turds.
And I burned on it with the
turd cutter
on their turd cutter.
I knew where that was going.
And people ask, "What the hell is that for?" And I said, "Well, you got to look closer because right next to it is a piece of lath, that you use for markers out in the garden or whatever, a piece of lath, and it was marked off by inches. So that, you measure the groover, and then you sit there with that stick and the turd cutter, and you'd measure and cut. You wouldn't believe how many people said, "I seen that knife and that measuring stick out there. Does anybody actually use that?" And I go, "Why?" "Well, I wasn't sure if I should or not." I just wait for the day to go out there and find that wooden knife all crappy and have to throw it on. Yeah. But nobody got brave enough to cut anything, so. But it did make people think. Hey, Michael Moran, good to see you.
Ooh. It's chilly down in this basement.
Chilly?
The pepper gave me the chills too. Well, it never really got real warm here today. It got into like the mid to upper 60s today. If you're out in the sun, it felt like it, and you were working, it felt like it was hotter than, the mid to upper 60s. But yeah, it never really warmed up much today. But it was a beautiful day outside today. It was sunny most of the day. So
yeah, here it was real sunny, but it was in the mid 70s. So it was really, it felt warm because the sun was out,
Yeah, we warm up from here for the week, so it's supposed to be sunny or partly sunny the rest of the week through the week into the weekend. So
that's the same. Tomorrow's thunderstorms start the week off, and then the rest of the week above average temps in the 80s and mostly sunny. So yeah, I won't be. I'd like to be out and about. I might even try to sneak in an overnight or a camp. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
I got this strange urge to want to go north now. We missed our golden opportunity with the 3-day weekend with Memorial Day weekend, because we don't get that in my business. That would have been a perfect opportunity to just head out and go to the UP. It's a good 5.5, 6 hour drive for us to get up there.
Yeah. Yep. That's why it's about 8 hours for me to get to you. 8.5 hours, something like that.
Yeah.
because to get to the bridge, just to get to the bridge will take me 3 to 4 hours,
Oh, okay.
and then I got another 5 hours to you.
Yes,
4 hours?
five, at least five. Yeah,
At
from
least
yep.
5. I haven't driven that far down south in the state in a long time, so
Yep.
I like that drive though. I see, and that's the problem is I add miles to it because I love driving up through the UP, but once I cross the bridge, then I head west and I follow the lake down. I got to
Yes.
stop Traverse City, the Indian tribe down there. I did a lot of contracting with them, and I helped them set up their casino operations and stuff. So I got to stop in there, and that's neat because I mean, the Travis Bay, the tribe there. I don't know if a lot of people. I don't know who their customers are, but boy, they make a lot of money. Not just off their gaming operations, but off of their wine.
Really?
They've got huge vineyards up there, and they're all native owned. They're owned by the natives.
Is it cherry wine?
Huh?
Is it cherry wine?
No, great.
Because Traverse City is known for their big cherry festival. So.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, they got their orchards too. I mean,
Oh, they got apple orchard. Yeah.
orchards, and then they got all the vineyards because they're making grape wine. And their wine is awesome. It's awesome, but it's limited because they're not like in California where they've got 10,000 acres of grapes, But
Yeah, no, we one year we stimulated Michigan's economy, and we went all the way out to the west coast of Michigan, like you were talking about. We went to a little town called Saugatuck, and then we went all up the coast. We wound up going to Michigan Adventures, which is an amusement park where they've got a water park and rides. And then we went north up into Traverse City, and up in Traverse City they had a place called, what was it called? It was a water park, indoor water park. I forget what it's called. Great Wolf Lodge. And we stayed a night at Great Wolf Lodge. It wasn't bad. We had, I don't know, did we have all 5 or 6 kids at the time? I forget. But and the kids just loved it. They spent the rest of that day in the water park. We left that night, and they had offered us for $50. We could have stayed another night. And it was like nothing. That's like nothing when you consider,
Right.
But we decided to go up to Marine City. We went all the way up to Marine City, and I spent the night up there. Instead of that, we spent almost $200 for a hotel room in Marine City.
You could for $50 you could have stayed there.
Stayed in Traverse City. Right. So we were going to go over to Mackinac Island once we got up there because we were just kind of, going by the seat of our pants. We knew what we were going to do, but we didn't get any hotel rooms, any reservations, anything. So we were going to go over to Mackinac Island.
Oh, so you found out the ferry price?
$50 a head.
Yeah, per person.
Yeah.
Well, and you got to pay for the vehicle separate, don't you?
Well, there was no vehicle to go over. You can't take vehicles onto the island.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking of our Madeline Island up here. Madeline, you can take a vehicle over, but they charge you for the vehicle, and here it's $25 a head.
Yeah. And with 6 kids, it wasn't. I started doing the math.
$300 just
to go to the island.
Right.
So we went back to, after that night, we went back to Great Wolf Lodge. I went in and talked to the manager, showed him the thing they had given us. I says, "We're just back this way." I said, "Can we get?" They cut us a deal. It was like $100 instead of the normal price, and we spent another night there at Great Wolf. But I mean, we spent probably 3-4 nights just driving up the west coast of Michigan, right there on the lake. And
some of those road trips are awesome. They're just,
and we just like seeing stuff. You'd stop at there's like a little Amish place where they made stuff. We'd stop there, and me and the wife would gawk at stuff that we can't afford, and the kid would be like, "Can we go now? Can we go now? Can we go now?" But
that's. Yeah, when I drove over the road truck, I hauled salt out of Manistee. out of the mines there at Manistee, and after two times, a total of 5 trips, but 2 of those 5 trips, the second time it happened, I said, that's it. I don't give a shit. I'll drive all the way up through the UP to get around, or all the way down through Chicago and get around. Put that semi truck on that ferry to Green Bay out of Manistee.
Uh-huh.
And you get halfway across Lake Michigan and a goddamn gale blows in. And that son of a bitch is bouncing. You're sitting in your semi truck getting seasick, watching those seas and the rain's coming in. It starts hailing, and then all of a sudden, and I mean, you got your windows up in your truck, and you can hear that captain on the PA. Sorry, folks, but I have to make this announcement. We'll be turning around and heading back to Manistee, and hopefully you'll be able to wait till we can head back across. My ass. And they turn around and it took you 2.5 hours to get out in the middle of that damn lake. And now they're turning around and it only takes you 1.5 hours to get back because these big goddamn 10-foot waves are slamming the back of that ferry and pushing your ass back to Manistee. And you get back there, the very first time it happened to me, man, I pulled off of that ferry with the truck, parked it, and went right over to their ticket stand place. And I said, hey, I want a reimbursement. They go, say what? I said, I want a reimbursement. You didn't get me to Green Bay. They said, no. Your boat ride equaled the full distance of going to Green Bay. No, you're paying. You paid. I said, yes, sons of bitches.
Really? Wow.
Get my money. Well, then the second time that happened to me, I said, that's it, man. That's it. But it was reasonable. It would cost me about $125 to ferry the truck across Lake Michigan. Well, when you add the miles and the distance around the time, oh yeah, $125 is worth it.
Okay.
If you can get there, but there's no guarantee that they're going to get you there. So, and when you got a truck with, your truck's grossing out at 80,000 pounds because your trailer's packed full of salt, and you're out in the middle of that big old lake, and that big old barge starts, that big ferry starts bouncing up and down, and you're like, I'm going to drown. I'm going to drown out here. What the hell am I doing out here? Trucks don't float.
No. They do, but for a little bit.
And it really freaked me out the one time where in fact, I think that was the second time when I decided I ain't doing this no more. This one old guy, he's standing outside of his pickup truck, and it's not raining. It's just blowing so hard, and the lake was rough. And we're heading back towards Manistee. And there was about 4 or 5 guys standing there BSing, and this old guy standing by his pickup truck, and he walks over, and the conversation was, where's the life jackets on this thing if this thing starts to sink? And that old guy goes, I ain't wearing one of them. And they're going, what if this thing sinks? The guy says, I'm going down with it. And they said, why would you want to do that? He says, you're going to be bobbing your ass around out here for 48 hours, and you'll probably freeze to death in that damn lake. He says, I'm going quick. He says, the rest of you goofballs can put life jackets on. I said, oh, geez, you're making me feel that much safer, Yeah. Yeah, you have a good night, Michael. Hey, Famous is in the house. Yeah, still says Vamoose.
Famous.
Vamoose.
Famous.
Famous. The famous Vamoose.
He's not famous, Amos. He's Vamoose.
I like famous better.
Yep. Oh. Yeah, I'm glad we're not off onto the riot topic tonight. We can avoid the riot topic tonight.
Fine with me.
I would I listened to a gal outside my building. Oh, I mean, and she's just raised and held. And it's because of this. It's because of that. It's all this and that. And I said, "Woman, shut up, or you're going to start a riot. All of these old people are going to beat the hell out of you because none of us are at the riot age anymore. To us, the word riot is when more than 3 of us need to use the public restroom downstairs. That's the closest thing you're going to get to a riot around here." She's swearing up and down, "They're coming to Ashland. They're coming to Ashland." I said, "Yeah, shut up." I said, I went down Main Street, and sure as hell, there they are protesting. They're protesting, and they're yelling, and they're screaming. They're protesting, all 3 of them. I'm not shitting you. There were 3 college students from our local community college outside of the police department with their signs and yelling and screaming and the police are this, the police are that. And I'm driving by in the truck. I honked the horn. I looked at them and I waved, and they all kind of quieted down. Then I went. Then they started chanting again.
You incited a riot, Sty.
Yeah, I tried to incite a 3-person riot. I tried to incite a 3-person riot. You know, for crying out loud, 3 young kids out there protesting. Just one of our officers could have come out of the police department, and they would have ran. They would have all taken off. Oh shit! Here comes the cops.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
At least they were just protesting, you know. They protested stuff back in the 60s and 70s. It just doesn't have to turn into violence. That's all. Let the college kids be college kids.
It's all your fault, Sty. Sty started it. Well, see, and that's one thing we did talk about today is that's one thing about we like our town because it's right at about 10,000 people here. And if anything of that nature starts up, and we're not unfamiliar with protests. We have 2 Native American tribes, one just north of us, 25 miles away, and one to the east of us that's only 13 miles away. And both those reservations have come into Ashland and had peaceful protests because the Bureau of Indian Affairs has a big facility here that covers all the Great Lakes tribes. So this is a focal point for some of their, for them to protest certain issues. So we're used to that, them blocking Main Street, marching down Main Street, going to the BIA office and hanging out there. And you'll have 200-300 people out there, but there's never any violence. And if you ask any of the participants in the protest, they'll tell you flat out, "Oh no, we feel we can yell and scream anything we want. But we feel kind of safe because nobody in this town is going to let things go to shit because they'll come out here and slap the hell out of anybody that tries to start something. It's not going to happen here. We're not going to tolerate it." And I told them that's true. That's the one nice thing. It's still got that good old fashioned small town attitude, frame of mind. Hey, don't wreck our stuff. You can scream and holler. We don't care. You can get together and protest. That's good. We got a nice city park with a big band shell. We let them use that, get up there and do their speeches and stuff. But keep it peaceful, because if it's not peaceful, it's not the cops that are going to deal with it. It's the community. Everybody's going to show up there and say, break it up. Go home. Go home. You're done. Started breaking stuff and hurting people. No, break it up. Break it up. The cops will come in and clean it up after we send you all home, that kind of thing. And we've never had a violent thing like that happen here. Yeah. I have reservations about protests. Yeah. I think Scott meant don't touch my stuff, damn it. Yeah, that's what I like, is that attitude where I live. Is that's really the way everybody looks at it, is, hey, You got all the rights in the world, but they end at the end of my nose. Just don't hurt me. Don't hurt my property. Don't hurt me. And all's cool, you know. You'll get it out of your system, and maybe some changes can be made. And we'll, you know, we always seem to be able to take care of business, you know, here, no matter how upset people can get. And yeah, I just wish the same for everybody else in the country, you know, the bigger cities. It's that kind of day. Got a giant glass measuring cup filled with instant coffee. You go in and get that great big old 4-cup measuring cup. That makes a good coffee cup. I grabbed this cup out of the cupboard one time, filled that sucker full of coffee, and I'm all set to go. I'm heading out to the garage. That sucker held almost a full pot of coffee. Then my ex-wife chewed me a new one. What are you doing with my planter? I go, what do you mean planter? She says, that's not a coffee cup. That's a planter. That's for I was going to put a cactus in that. I said, well, I'm glad you didn't, because that damn cactus would have hurt trying to drink out of it. Jeez.
You like my new emoji, Ann?
No, it's better than nothing.
That's, yeah, ass blaster.
Yeah, remove the other ones.
What other one?
And you just was a blank circle there before.
Yeah, you were just a white circle. Hey, Brian. Good to see you. He said,
Brian.
hey, Sty and everyone on the panel and in the chat, helping my daughter get her stuff so she can graduate the 16th of June, and she's off to college. There you go. There you go. Congrats, Brian.
Is she going to college in Michigan, Brian? Oh.
Yeah.
I gotta get me a better chair. All these things I gotta get me, and I didn't get any. I went to Walmart today, so I went to get the. Yeah, she's going to Mott. Okay. I went to Walmart today. I'm thinking I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna look at, because they've just reduced the price of the GoPro 8 again, back down to $299 for Father's Day.
Oh yeah, they moved it down to back to.
Yep.
Because GoPro took it off sale. Walmart jacked it back up to the retail price, and then I heard the same thing, that they were going to drop it for Father's Day again.
Yep,
But
they did.
wasn't 7 better than 8?
So, did you or didn't you?
I didn't. I went there with the idea that I was going to look at the two, and I was trying to look at all their accessories. All their accessories at Walmart all seem to be sold separately instead of like in a bundle where you can
buy those online.
Yeah. So I'm looking at it. Well, they were out of 7s. At least they were in the display case, which was
they're out of 7s.
They're out of 7s. And then the only thing I saw was the 8 in there, and I thought, you know what? If I decide to do it, because for me, it's hard for me to spend the money. If I decide I do it,
oh, it was hard for me to.
Then I'm going to buy it online and just buy the. Because again, it's just like anything. You're like, all right, so I'm spending $299 for the camera, right? But you're not done there.
Don't buy their spare battery with the charger, because it's $50. Don't buy any of those GoPro accessories. That's bullshit. It's priced literally 5 to 10 times as much as you can get it off of Amazon. It's not made by GoPro, but it's the exact same equipment. That kit that Running Water sent me is $26, and it's got 50 pieces of equipment in it. And the windshield mount is awesome. I can flip that. Yeah, you just go on Amazon.
That got a battery?
about, huh?
Has that got a battery in it? The kit, does it have a battery in it?
No, the kit doesn't come with a battery, but I bought
Well, that's only for a GoPro 7, not for an 8.
no, it's for the 8.
You got the 8 too?
I bought the batteries for the 6, 7, and 8 are the same.
Okay.
You know, they say the GoPro 7 or 6 batteries, when you put them in the GoPro 8, it's going to say that there's a battery error and you may not be able to this or that. And all the videos I've watched, and I think I've watched all of them now, all say ignore it. Just swipe it off the screen. Just ignore that battery warning. It gives you that battery's not a GoPro 8 battery.
Okay.
But you can, I bought this with 3 batteries, 3 extra batteries. Your camera comes with 1, and then 3
Right.
extra. I bought this separately, and I paid $24 for it. The charger and 3 batteries, $24. Then,
It's like I said, you buy the phone or the camera and you're not done.
and then, like a dummy, when I bought the camera, I bought an actual GoPro brand battery charger. It's a
Okay.
2-slot battery charger, and it comes with 1 battery. This cost me $49. I didn't need to spend $49. I could get this
You spent half of that.
back and the
Okay.
charger for $24. For
Wow.
half the price, I got 3 batteries instead of 1 battery.
Uh,
I got a charger that'll charge 3 batteries instead of 2. So don't go GoPro name, and you can get off real cheap for the and
huh.
yeah, and you know, this is now my absolute favorite tripod. These legs are nice and stiff,
And
and
that's the one that came in that package?
it came in that kit. It's
Huh.
I mean, the kit's full of great gear. It's got the headband. You can mount the band on your hat and have your camera on your hat. It's got the chest harness. You can mount it here. It's got, I think it's got the wrist one. You can mount the camera on your wrist, like if you're riding a bike and you got it
Okay.
on. It's got
Or if you're doing something else and you wanted the camera on your wrist?
to see if the stabilizer works or not.
Right. Right.
In the camera, yeah.
Nibbles.
Yeah, a lot less bouncing.
You want to get close up of nibbles?
It's smoother, you know. But yeah, it's got so many different accessories in that kit, and it comes in an awesome zippered case. It's kind of a hard case, soft hard case, and $26. I mean,
Yeah.
and everything in there works for the 8, 7. It works for all the GoPros.
Okay.
And you know, I've had people even tell me, "Oh, but you want the better quality, you need to just go with GoPro." All right, I bought GoPro. I bought that GoPro charger. In fact, that GoPro charger, it takes at least an additional 50% of time to charge 2 batteries in there than what it takes to charge 3 in that cheap one I
Oh,
bought.
really?
I can charge 3, and I've got 2 actual GoPro brand batteries. I put them in that 3-slot charger, and it'll charge those 2 in no time compared to the actual GoPro charger. So, I mean, I've gotten so I love my GoPro so much. Damn, I'm that close to going and grabbing myself another one, so I can have, you know, multiple angles to do shots. You know, like when I'm out at camp, I can have one that's kind of looking across the campfire and one that's looking right at me, kind of thing. You know, you can run 2 cameras at a time, and I'm a tightwad. Buying that 7 for $329 compared to or not $329. I can't remember what I paid for that. $229.
$229.
$229. the price now after I've owned it for a week and I've been out there playing with it and have all the stuff I can do with it compared to I've got other expensive cameras, $300-400 a piece. God, I wish I had a couple of GoPros and all the other cameras. If I took all the money I spent on the other cameras, I could have bought myself 2 GoPros and every accessory that's out there and still had money left over. Damn it.
We figure the GoPro's made for outdoor activity, so it's probably going to be more durable if you drop it, get it wet, things like that, probably than your other cameras.
Yes. You don't have to worry about what you do because they sink. That's something that GoPros sink. They don't float.
They don't make a life preserver for them?
They do. That's way across the room. I'd show it to you. But you can get these. You can get these big, awkward cases that will make it float. The waterproof case won't make it float, but you get these foam things that go around them to keep them afloat. They've got it's like a selfie stick that has but it's a yellow. It looks like a yellow boat bumper, that you see off the sides of boats.
Sure.
It looks like a little yellow boat bumper. So if you drop your camera in the lake, it turns upside down because your camera's going to sink, and it sits there and bobs. And you can see that big yellow thing bobbing out of the water, so you don't lose your camera. You get one of those in those kits. And the nice thing with the GoPro 7 and 8 is both of them, they're good for 1 atmosphere, 33 feet. 33 feet, which is really nice. 11 meters, you ain't diving down that deep.
I wish I could pull a special effect right now and climb out of my screen and go sit in Ann's chair.
Wouldn't it be funnier than shit? Wouldn't it be funny as shit? Yeah. Damn, that would be funny.
Well, I watch a lot of this Zach King guy now. It's been a couple, 2-3 weeks. I watch him on YouTube, and he does a lot of special effects and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that'd be so funny.
Yeah. Oh, some of these guys are so good at it. It just makes you sick. I mean, some of their transitions and then the things coming into the screen and stuff.
I mean, that's all he basically does. He's like a magician, but he's all done with editing, and you can kind of see,
right,
kind of let you know how he does it and stuff, and it's really cool.
And that's it. It's tech world. How would you put it? It's being a graphic artist with a keyboard.
Oh, it is.
I mean, well, like Running Water, he's got this tablet, and he sits there with a stylus, and he draws, and he can draw it. He can pull in items, and then he can add stuff to it, and change the colors to it, and he called it a paint pad, and all it is a flat screen that he can do all kinds of art on it. In fact, I think his logo of the guy running with the buckets of water, it says Running Water, I think he drew that on that pad.
Okay.
And he says, yeah, you don't have to go to graphic arts school anymore. If you get your hands on the right software, you can create anything. And that's one thing with Running Water. Oh my God, the shit that boy buys!
Everything come out all right?
No, she only peed and went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Oh, I thought you were going for you. Sorry.
No.
You heard all the poo talk. I thought maybe you had to go poo.
I don't feel like poo. Just listening to you poo is not a poop.
No?
No.
I had to go since we started talking about it.
Of course.
months.
You're different too. Yeah, your mind is like different than mine.
Oh,
wow.
right now.
Yeah, it's going up now.
Oh man, oh man. And that's
No.
weird. That's coming up. And I just had ours go down, Had a beautiful sunset tonight out there.
You better not poop inside now. I will get so pissed.
I poop inside all the time.
I know you do. Surprised me you poop in your bed. Oh, fucking sick.
I'm a big dog. I can poop wherever I want
Yeah. One day you'll poop in bed.
I'd like to
Oh
see.
God, we had this we had someone that they had this dog that I think I know why they needed to get rid of him, but they talked my ex-wife and would you guys take this dog? He needs a nice home. And at that time we had one of those a miniature pincher. It looked like a Doberman pincher, but he's a little guy. Well, this dog, they bring it out to our house, and we lived way out in the woods. And now I clicked that, and it didn't do nothing. Damn it, my
I
mouse. Yeah, you got it, because my mouse, even though I clicked on it, didn't do nothing. But so they bring this dog out. I never seen that. I laughed so damn hard. It's a full size black lab, and he's fat. I mean, he's just as big around at the shoulders as he is at the butt, straight down. I mean, he's just big, fat thing. But his damn legs were only about half as long as they should be.
Really?
Here, they had a black lab and a basset hound crossed. And that's what showed up, was a full-size black lab with half legs.
Oh my God. And back problems.
And he was so funny looking. I laughed. I said, yeah, we'll take him, just so I got a joker on the place. When friends stop over, I'm going to tell them, hey, you got to see this dog. I regretted taking that dog. That dog crapped the biggest turds you ever seen. They were huge.
Here we go again.
They're bigger than human turds. They were huge. And he ate like a frickin' horse, and he crapped at least twice a day. And I couldn't keep up with him. And then, you'd let him out. We lived way out in the country, there ain't nowhere he can go. So you just let him out, and then he'd come back after he did his duty. Well, there were times I'd go out and I'd hunt around and look for his giant turd, so I'd scoop one up and pitch him off in the woods, out of the yard. Well, you'd always miss one or two, and you'd hit them with the riding mower, and it would almost stall the motor. Boom! It was so heavy, it would just boom, and all of a sudden you got this big spray of shit across your yard. And yeah, I tell you what, he was a beast. I couldn't believe that he could crap such a big turd, and twice a day. And we had gotten away from big dogs, so I forgot basically what it took to feed one of them buggers, and I got tired running to Walmart and picking up 50-pound bags of dog food to keep him happy. Oh God, he could eat. Yeah. If there was a black hippo with long ears, that'd be him.
Sounds like my lab mix. She's 115 pounds.
Oh,
Got right size legs.
that was this buddy of mine. He brings his black lab out, Sam. He brings old Sam out to my camp. First time I met that dog. I'm sitting in a lawn chair, and he let that dog out of his truck, and it comes running over to me and runs right up to my face. And I thought, oh my God. And he's looking down at me. And I looked at him and I go, Alan, that is not a black lab. He looked like a black lab, but they don't get that tall or that big. And he goes, well, he is mixed with Great Dane a little. I said, a little? Look at that devil. I said, yeah, I could damn near put a saddle on that thing. And what happened? Here comes my little Chihuahua flying out of the Sty Shack, sees a strange dog in camp, comes flying over to this monster. And I'm thinking, oh, fuck, he's going to swallow her. She runs up, yip, yip, yip. He takes off, and he bounced right off the door of that pickup truck. And Helen's going, I'll let you in. I'll let you. He opens the door, and that dog jumps in the truck. He closes the door, and it's looking out the window, and it's just shaking.
That little snack barking at it.
Yeah. Yeah. And Alan tells me, he says, oh, he's the biggest sissy in the world. He's scared to death. He says kittens, he'll piss himself if a kitten comes up to him.
Oh,
Scares
God.
the hell out of him. Kittens. Oh, my God, it's a kitten. You know, I said, that big, nasty looking dog, and it's scared shitless of everything tiny. He goes, oh, yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
He says he sees another big dog, and he said he'll take a stance like he's going to stand his ground. And if that big dog starts coming at him, he turns and he runs. He wants to find somewhere to hide. He said, yeah, he don't want nothing to do with no other animals. He's scared to death. That's, yeah.
He's afraid them little animals are going to get stuck between his toes.
Yeah. Yeah. Or stuck in his throat.
That's right. You don't want to choke on one of them.
All that hunger, because it's going to just spread its legs out and hang up in my throat.
You got to nibble those little dogs before you eat them.
Yeah, chew your food.
Right nibble.
Yeah, you got to make sure to chew it. Sides of your jar, and don't soap it up.
My crazy dog, as big as she is, she thinks she's a lap dog.
Uh-huh.
If it had been her, she'd have come and jumped right up in your lap and broke the chair and you down.
Yeah. Or that cheesehead Chris, his dogs. He's got quite the assortment of dogs. And the one's a great big old thing. I don't even know what breed it is. And then he's got one that's a basset hound, and then one that's, I don't know, somewhere in the middle. And his dogs are just goofy as hell. And I can't believe he can cook around the campfire, and then dogs are around, and they're looking, and they look, and they're watching for anything that's dropped, and they never touch a thing. They never get into the food. They never get over the food. Nothing. But they watch. So, yeah, you can tell they belong to Cheesehead. They're campfire lovers. Hey, good to see you, Ralph. My 18-pound dachshund thinks he weighs 100 pounds. Well, that was my one dog out in Montana, Boo Boo. He got thin for a while because I worked him. I put him in harness and I worked him, so he thinned out quite a bit, muscled up, but got real thin. Then I kind of retired him from pulling, and I just let him get fat. And he was one that he thought, I should sit in your lap. Yeah. And I was pushing him constantly. Boo-boo, no, you're not getting my lap. Then he'd stand there with his sad face like, but that ain't right. Your lap is for me. Bullshit. Big. I called you Boo-boo because you're as big as a bear. A Beagle Basset mix that weighs every bit of 50 pounds. Yeah, I've seen some Bassets that were quite large. I mean, really big buggers. I mean, see some big bassets. This buddy of mine, he had this dog that looked like it was half, I don't know. It looked like it was border collie, sheepdog, and some other shit. And that bugger would beller like a beagle. I said, that sucker's got beagle in it. And it didn't look nothing like a beagle at all. But it just like a beagle. I said I couldn't stand that sucker in the house. Yay. My mouse doesn't work nice.
Silly. You.
Wait till tomorrow night. He's really going to be silly.
Oh yeah. Yeah, tomorrow night have to have my game face.
It's going to be painful.
Part of me is really excited about tomorrow night. The other part of me is like, ooh, got it. I think I should eat before you do that.
You mind if I post that? You mind if I post that in here again?
No, absolutely. Anybody and everybody, make sure to get over to Phil's channel tomorrow night. He's going to post the link up there. Are you posting the link for the stream?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, get over there and check tomorrow night's stream out. It's going to be very interesting. He's got 39 White Lightning chocolate bars he's going to eat in that stream. Yeah.
Well, take the day off so I can be sure to be there.
Yep. And I tell you what, yeah. Now that's going to set a new bar. I mean,
yeah,
it's going to set a huge new bar. He doesn't even have to make it to 39 to set a new bar. He just has to make it over 23 plus, right?
25.
25?
Yeah, someone in Nuke Chili did 25. So.
Oh, okay. So if you make 26, you already broke it.
If I make 26, I broke it. Yeah, I got to do all 39.
I know how you are.
I'm going to do all 39. Screw it.
Screw it. Yeah.
Yep. We know you're going to give it one hell of a good try.
He's going to say, screw it. And he's going to do it. And then he's going to say, now I'm fucked.
No, I'm going to pay for it.
Yeah.
So I do 39. Someone else will break it. But I tell you what, you got to come
have to work for it.
You got to come up with some
big
jack
buck
to beat it, because you guys, are the reason that I got an opportunity to do 39. If it was I had to come up with $20, if I had to come up with $800 out of my pocket to do this,
couldn't happen. See, and that's it, is if you do all 39, the next person, if they want to beat it, even just by one, it'll cost them $800
right?
To do it. It's not the kind of deal where, oh yeah, I can suck on a sucker for 2 hours. No, right. This ain't that kind of challenge. This one would be spendy in the long run.
Yeah, she said.
Hey, Cheesehead. Yeah. Go away. We already talked about you. Nothing bad though, Cheese. I was talking about your pups and how well behaved they are around camp food and that they're, yeah, that your pups make good camp pups, yeah. And I've never seen Cheesehead go anywhere without his pups. You got the Pepto.
I got the Pepto for tomorrow.
Are you doing?
I don't know that it's done any good. I don't know.
Are you going to do just the small swig just before and then have it for after the fact?
I don't know. I think you gotta put a little in your system so you're coated, right?
Right. Yeah. I would put a little, just a little,
and then
just
drink,
before you start.
and then do your challenge, and then then didn't do it again, so it kind of coats on top and around.
Right.
I don't know.
That's the way to do it.
This,
Yes,
this
you do know.
This stuff is designed for normal types of food or amounts of food, not extreme.
No, but that's it. You use it the way you described it, and if it's going to work, that's the only way it would work.
I would think, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to stick 2 Midolls in my nose.
You're going to put what in your nose?
Midol for cramps.
In your freaking nose?
Why not?
You might as well shove them up your ass.
You think that'd be better?
Yes.
Okay.
Probably.
At least you shove them up your ass, they'll get into your system. You shove them up your nose. Yeah. No. I can see you inhaling, and all of a sudden you can't breathe out of your nose because you got 2 Midol stuck down in your sinuses.
We had one of our kids who had to go to the
Yeah,
hospital.
they're. Thanks, Cheesehead. It's 2 labs and a Bassett lab mix. His Bassett lab mix looks more Bassett, and
Smoke
that
in my
Bassett, I get a kick out of the Bassett. Yeah.
It's a smooth muscle relaxer, so it will help too. Okay.
Yeah.
So the muscle relaxer hunt for heat, do I take it before and put it on top of all the food?
Yes.
Is my prep food?
Yes. You want to do it just before you're going to do your challenge. Yeah. About, I'd say within 10 minutes of you doing the challenge, do it. About 10 minutes before. Do your challenge, then after your challenge, if the chocolate isn't sticking out of your throat because there ain't no room for it all, then follow it up with a couple of good gulps. And it's not going to be the cure-all, but it will help. It'll reduce the impact.
All right.
Yeah,
And it reduce the impact.
takes about 45 minutes for it to get down into your system, but your stomach, it will coat as you consume it.
Well, we're talking about the Midol, but yeah.
Right. And what you're looking for is to at least have your stomach somewhat protected. But then, yeah, it'll take about 45 minutes to start working down through your digestive system.
Maybe I won't have to lay on the floor and talk. I'll probably still have to lay on the floor and talk to you all.
No, you don't. Don't you lay on that floor without tipping that camera down. See, that's where you needed your GoPro. That's where you needed your GoPro. You could have had it on your hat, and then if we're seeing the ceiling, we know you're on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get like a little robot and tell it to focus in on your face. So no matter where I put my face, it moves around and like, get away from it.
Yep. And it automatically zooms if you hurl.
Oh God.
Yep. Once it hears wah, it just zooms right in.
Whoop. It gets out of the way but zooms in. Whoop.
Humphrey telling you to put a heat pad on your gut.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
Yeah,
what
try to make the outside as warm as the inside.
Sorry to get nervous now, Phil.
Oh, I've been nervous all day today, kind of about it. So
yeah.
all day today, I felt kind of poopy and crappy. I'm thinking, God, I hope I don't feel like this tomorrow. But it's all nerves. That's all.
Crappy.
Yeah, that anticipation.
Yeah, I saw your face, Phil.
What?
I saw your face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, getting into your own head, huh? Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
But that's when I got. That's also when I got to tell myself outside of my guts feeling like they're gonna fall out. I'm just gonna do all 39 and be done with it. So
See, yeah, and chocolate usually acts as a laxative. Hopefully,
I'll
Just
have the bucket
that-
down here for puking or pooping.
just think if that don't act like a laxative, and you got to poop out a giant chocolate bar tomorrow morning.
Well,
That's-
whether I puke or have to poop, I'll keep the bucket right here and keep the camera right on me, like you asked, Sty.
the puking I can handle. No, I don't want to see you poop in that chocolate bar. No,
I can't
no.
make it upstairs, guys.
That's upstairs. Yeah, if I would have been, if I knew how it was going to come out, I would have sent you a turd cutter. So.
Well, I'm sure I won't need a turd cutter.
You
Back
can
to the
always
poop
use
talk
it
again,
to
aren't
pry
we?
one of them tough ones out too.
Back to the turd talk again. The Midol will help with the diarrhea too.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Do they make like trial? I see. I'm not going to be able. I'm going to wind up getting Midol and never use it but the one time. What's up, Millie?
Oh, I
She's
used Midol back when I broke my back in the 80s.
Really?
I used Midol because that was the only thing that would take the inflammation and pain out of my back.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Just because they put a man's name to it or a woman's name to it doesn't mean that either or can't take advantage of something that works good, Hey, Billy, good to see
So if my
you.
breasts start to enlarge after I take it, I shouldn't worry.
Yeah. You take that Midol, for some reason, Phil, the only side effect you'll have from Midol is you just have this craving to take it once a month.
It'll become an addiction.
Yeah, it becomes you just can't help but take Midol at least once a month. Yeah.
Why am I seeing spots of blood in my underwear?
Oh God!
You are disgusting.
I'm sorry. I went too far.
He's disgusting, ain't he? He's just disgusting, this guy.
Quit laughing, Grady. I went too far.
Well, you've been talking about poop the whole fucking 2 hours now. Fuck's sake. The pooping channel is.
The
It's the
pooping channel.
pooping channel.
What's up, Grace Martin.
Hey, Grace.
Hey, Grace.
Taking the outdoors with pooping stuff with Phil of Sty. Yeah, fuck it.
Phil never goes too far.
Never.
Right, arcade.
Yeah,
Never go too far.
no, never.
I love that because people leave comments like that. Oh, you're innocent. Yeah. Oh, you never do this. You're so good at that. And then if I go back and I rewatch some of this stream and I see some of those comments and I go, they do realize, I hope, that nobody's buying that. You might be saying it, but nobody's buying that.
Nope.
Yeah. Oh, not him. He's such a sweet boy. Bullshit.
Yeah, look sweet, but yeah, it's the opposite. It always are. That's
At the end of the day, we're all just men.
Yeah.
I don't
You know
care what you think we are. What you think. At the end of the day, we're all just men.
And we all know what men are like.
There you go. So
nasty pigs.
get to know it.
Pigs.
And in all honesty, women aren't any better.
Nope.
I was gonna say, I tell you what, I've I've been kind of the mouse in the corner at these women getting together and listening. And I tell you what, there ain't. I've heard women get together and some of the crap they talk and stuff. I'm going, oh my god, oh my god! If my buddies at a poker game start talking like that, I tell them that's it. Get the hell out of here, you filthy bastards. Them women can get so bad. Oh my god!
That's right.
And I'm so much in shock that I can't even laugh because it's just like, oh my god, they seem so sweet. Any other day, get them all together and they don't think a guy's listening. Oh my god, the things they have to say. Oh,
That's
Lordy.
right.
Hey, good night, Saucy Shane. I'm glad you liked the story tonight. Yeah,
About poop?
it was special. Not the poop stories, no.
Okay. Yeah.
The Sty story for the night.
Yeah, that I like. That's the best thing.
That's the best part of the stream tonight. Yeah. The old Betty White. I don't have that. I don't have the Betty White. That's Phil's. Phil doesn't always share some things, So.
Oh, is he sharing something now? Is that what he's doing?
That's the best I can do for Betty White's. Tim's got to go too. Hey, Kirk Whipper, Voyager Center. It was awesome having you here. You have a good night. You have a good night. Hopefully I'll see you Thursday night. I don't know if I'll be on Phil's panels the next couple of days or not. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It all depends. I might be out camping. I don't know.
I hope you're tomorrow.
Tomorrow you have to be.
Oh, that one. Okay, Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't know if I'll be there. Duh. Yeah. Tomorrow, my phone. I'm gonna get the alert on the phone. I got it on here. Yeah. There's no way in hell I'm missing tomorrow.
Again? No.
Again.
No, not again.
Again.
Can I click on her and put her in timeout?
Me?
Put her in timeout.
You put herself in timeout.
Yeah, she can do that all by herself. That was so damn funny that one night she was putting Bradley on. She was deleting his messages.
Now.
Then she timed him out.
You brat.
You brat. Nervous poop.
Holy.
What's up, Riles?
Hey, Riles.
You told me to go timeout.
He told me to go timeout. Go sit in the corner, you bad kid.
I am in the corner. I can't go far in the corner.
I can't get any more in the corner than I am.
I'm stuck in his fucking corner.
Hey, Aquatic Nest. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Hello.
Yeah. God, I got a bunch of raw video. Next 3 days, I got to trim it all into a couple of videos to post. Then I'm going to be out there in the woods one way or the other and working on the Sty adventure trailer this week. And, oh, God, I got so much shit coming up. I'm going to be busy. I don't mind making the footage. It's cutting it all down, getting it all building it into videos that takes all the effort and time. Yeah, Riles, yeah. It's been going on in Des Moines for a little while now. I got family down that way. They're fortunately outside of Des Moines far enough that they're safe where they are and they're staying out of the city proper. That's my biggest suggestion to people. If you're in any of these cities where this stuff's going on, stay at home, stay away from it. And 15 minutes away from you. Yeah, they're 15, 20 minutes away from it too. But stay at home. And if you live outside those areas, yeah, just be aware of what's going on. Just be aware. Stay safe. Think of yourself, your family. Yeah. Yeah. Millie. I haven't seen Millie in a while. It's great to see that she's out there in the chat. I mean, has Millie, when is she moving to Switzerland? Or not Switzerland, she's Sweden.
Sweden. I don't know the date, but
Yeah. Anne would prefer you were moving to Switzerland instead of Sweden.
yeah. Sweden's no place to be.
Yeah.
Not that place, anyway.
Been at school. Yeah, oh yeah. End of the
Yeah.
year. Yeah. Yeah, they shut all of our schools down. The kids didn't get to finish the year, but I felt really good about the fact that they allowed the senior classes to graduate. They allowed them to graduate. They got enough homeschooling during the shutdown that they qualified for graduation, which was great. Because there would have been nothing worse than those seniors to have to go back in any sense to finish up to be able to graduate, because some of them had college plans. So
Right.
this fall they'll be going to college, and if they had to finish up some credits, that would mess up their whole college plans. Yeah.
Sure would. Well, and you're not you're spending most of your senior year, if you plan on going to college too, submitting to all these colleges, getting
That's
your
right.
getting your grants, getting your money together that you get through scholarships and
Right.
this that's helping you and that's helping you, and that was all cut short.
Yeah. Well, and that was it too, is at least when you're in your senior year and you're on site in the school, those teachers have been dealing with grads for a long time.
Right.
And they got all the advice on how you're going to get to that school of choice. And these kids lost that. I mean, they didn't have the counseling that other seniors in the past got, because they weren't there with their teachers and counselors. We actually, in the high school I went to, we actually had a group of college counselors. I mean, that's all they did was counsel kids that were heading off. They wanted to go to college, and those college counselors, that's all they worked on, was helping them get all their apps in, getting all of their retestings done, getting all of their scholarship applications done. I mean, requests for scholarships are tough because there's scholarships aren't that easy to get, and when you do get one, you're thrilled because those are limited funds in scholarships.
Sure.
Only so many folks can be helped out.
Well, they don't make money by giving away free education.
No. See, and that's the one thing I don't like with our universities and they've actually proven it now. I mean, it's just not even a debate anymore. But they set tuition levels to bring up the federal grant levels, because it forces the federal government wants to help these kids go to school. And if their Pell Grants and other grants of the sort are falling too far short of the tuitions, then the government will raise those grants. Well, now the government's saying, we're getting tired of the colleges constantly raising their tuitions, because they think the federal government's going to just keep raising its grants endlessly. Because, okay, if they raise the tuition by by 10%. Well, they'll raise the grants by 10%, but that's only a part of the cost, those grants. So if the scholarships aren't raised by 10% and other resources aren't raised by 10%, now all of a sudden the burden falls on that student. Or where do I get that money, that extra money? And the colleges, I hate seeing that when colleges have $1 billion. They got $1 billion in reserve funds, but yet they jack up their tuition. I really think all colleges should prove a nonprofit status. Let them reserve 5% of their annual operating costs. Otherwise, their tuitions should match costs of that college, not that they can build these profits and have these big pots of money sitting there that they do nothing with unless they want to add a new building or hire a new coach, to me that's
A lot of your schools, a lot of your colleges right now are using that money, and a lot of them don't have enough money to use to keep their places open with not finishing up the school year.
Well, okay, my son works for a college.
You still got the cost of that place and everything that's going on at those places.
They've got the overhead costs, but he's pretty adamant about it. They've reduced their costs extremely. I mean, all the dorms, they had got 50 students, and what they did was then they congregated the students into 2 dorms. So they're separated. Every one of them is in a separate dorm room, with an empty in between each. So for distancing and on and on. So they moved those 50 into 2 dorm rooms and shut down 5 dorms. So those buildings are completely shut down. And so he said, all you have is base costs. They're paying their monthly hookup fee for electricity because there's no lights on. There's nothing running in that building. Well, they don't have to heat them. They don't have to cool them. They don't have to maintain them because nobody's using them. And so the college reduced all of these facilities down to the point where they cut all their costs down to nil, just down to absolutely minimum. And our college, not being a huge college, and it's kind of a high-end environmental college, well, they've got $480 million in their operational reserve. So I don't want to hear they're struggling. Yeah, they've got all these costs they got to absorb now, but they got these big fucking reserves.
But again, if they worked close to their cost or with 5% of that put away, that wouldn't have been enough for a lot of these colleges.
I think it would have been.
This kind of what's going on right now is a rarity.
Yeah,
but still, I mean, hey, do they need $1 billion? No, they don't need $1 billion. But they have become businesses. Schools have become businesses. That's where they have people in charge of their money and things like that. Big schools like Michigan get all these big sports contracts. It puts,
but
in the school.
That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Then take them out of not-for-profit status.
Yeah.
If they're going to operate as a business, they should not have the privileges of not-for-profit.
Sure.
See, large agency monies and budgets was my career for 27 years. And when I look at it, no, colleges are operating, private colleges are operating as businesses, and I am so against it because they're claiming not-for-profit status. That's like our local hospital. They're pissed at me and about 24 other guys that we were in programmatic management for agencies and organizations. We all got together as a think tank, and we went after our local hospital. our local hospital sitting there. They're shy by they're only shy by about $50 million of being $1 billion in reserves.
Mm.
But yet they've got a not-for-profit status. And they reduced the number of beds from 150 beds to 25. So what did they do? They built onto the hospital all these new services, all these new buildings to the hospital, and they're leasing out to other medical facilities. Come and lease our property, and the leases are absolutely insane. I mean, they're charging like $130 a square foot for some of these medical facilities
Wow.
for a lease, and that's per month. I mean, that's insane. That's why they're making so much money. That's why they're making all them profits. All these specialty doctors are setting up little shops. And we're going, no, wait a minute. You're not even a hospital anymore. You only got 25 beds. What if COVID hits here? Where the hell are you going to put these people? We're going to have to put them into the waiting rooms of all of these. You got 5 eye doctors in that building. You got 15 different types of surgeons with their little offices in that building. You're going to have to convert all that. You're going to have to put beds in there. And they're like, well, no, we don't. We're private. We're private. Well, no, you're a not-for-profit. You're supposed to be providing a service and breaking even, not having $1 billion sitting in the bank. So they're pissed because now their charter under a not-for-profit is being reviewed. They could lose their not-for-profit status. So they're trying real quick to figure out, can we take that $1 billion and add on to the hospital and put a bunch of beds back in the hospital and hire some full-time doctors instead of they're using doctors from all the local clinics to come in and work these 24-hour windows is all what they're doing. And yeah, stinkers. You know, and I'm one where, doggone it, if they can't make it affordable for kids to go to school, by God, they're not going to go. They're going to miss that opportunity because it can't be afforded. And yeah, I hate that. Get them kids into a field of study that'll give them a career, for crying out loud. Don't make it hard for them. Make it easier for them. I'm not all for free college. Everything should be free. No. It's just that it should be affordable.
Yeah, I'm going to be getting out of here in a few minutes. I need to get to bed.
Well, yeah, I was just going to wrap this up, Phil, at the 3-hour mark here. We got 6 minutes. Yeah.
Yep.
It's free for any adult who doesn't already have an associate or bachelor's degree. Huh.
What's up, Raven?
Hey, Raven. Yeah, you got here in time to say hello.
Goodbye. You say goodbye, and I say hello.
Hello.
Oh, why you say goodbye, I say hello.
Well, hello.
I'm Mr. Ed. We can talk to a horse, of course. That is, unless, of course, the horse.
Hey, you have a good night, Riles.
Good night, Riles.
Good night, Riles.
To the horse and ask the horse. He'll give you the answer that you endorse. Do 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 do.
That's funny because I was watching some Mr. Ed about 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, some old episodes of Mr. Ed. Hey,
Oh.
you remember the old movies with Francis the Talking Mule?
I
The
remember
military movies?
I remember, yes, but do I remember? No.
Right. Yeah, you're familiar, but not
Familiar with it.
you
Yes.
don't recall
And I know as a preteen I seen some of that Talking Mule stuff. Because it's preteen for me. Yeah.
he was a military mule in World War II, and yeah, it was just a series, yeah, or a series of movies with Francis the Talking Mule. And I don't know how many they came out with back then, but yeah, as a kid, I loved them. I mean, it was funny. All these guys in the military, and that frickin' mule would sneak off, and he'd recon all the enemy, and then he'd come back and he'd tell the top brass what the hell to do. And here, really, the mule was the one fighting the. He's doing all the logistics for the. You got a whole regiment that's actually following the orders of a donkey.
Mule.
Yeah, some ass.
Yep.
Who's the ass that put us out here? Yeah. Oh yeah, things of the past.
Oh yeah.
I still think that they could go back and take some of those things and then make a modern version of it. And I think it would be healthy kind of humor for people if they were to kind of take some of those old things. McHale's Navy, I loved it.
Oh, well, they made a movie out of McHale's Navy.
Yes, I mean, loved it. That, yeah, miss those old shows. Miss them. The Mike says so. Basically, normal. Always taking orders from some jackass. Yeah, right. And I think that was their thought behind making Francis the Talking Mule movies, was that Francis was the ass in charge. I mean, because they always did whatever Francis told them to. And yeah. And I think it was because somebody said, yeah, we always got an ass that's at the top of the ladder telling us what to do. Yeah, it was their indirect way of getting the point across. So, hey, guys, we're going to be wrapping it up now. We're hitting the 3-hour mark, and hey, it's been fun. It's been a fun night. And I want to thank all of you, and I'm glad that those of you that were here for the Sty story, being that it was unconventional, typical, that you appreciated it and that you liked it, and I'm glad, because that was a tough one to put together. It was just tough putting it together. But now it's archived in the Sty stories forever.
Yep.
Right. She's in our hearts forever. And it's been great having everyone here. And guess what? Other than seeing you, if you come over to Phil's, which you better, tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Eastern time, right?
Yep, 8 o'clock Eastern.
And we're going to have a blast over there watching Phil not have a blast. It's going to be great. I did miss something tonight, but I'll take care of it Thursday. I'll give extra effort into giving special recognition to all of my channel members out there. I want to thank these three up here are all channel members. I want to thank all of you channel members out there for supporting the channel. It's awesome of you. Love you all. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to see you, other than at Phil's, I'll see you Thursday night, and we're going to be around the campfire. So now and Thursday, all of you stay safe, take care, and you all have nice days this week. We'll see you again soon.
Good night, you guys. Good night, chat.
Good night.
Night.
Bed.